Live from the Fox 5 studios in Atlanta, you're watching Good Day Extra.
Well, do you want to impress your guests with a variety of food and wine pairings, but don't have a clue where to start? Like most of us, but have no fear. Ted Allen, host of Food Network hits Chopped and Food Detectives, is here to straighten us all out. Thanks for being with us this morning, Ted.
Great to be back.
Thank you very much. And, it is kind of a challenge for most of us to figure out what kind of foods and what kind of wines go together. Then there's some of us that just really kind of throw that out the window and just go with whatever wine we like to drink.
Well, I work for Robert Mondavi on occasion, and Mr. Mondavi always believed that you should drink what you like.
Yep.
But on the other hand, there are wines that are going to make more sense with the dish that you're eating. And I always tell people to think about the wine as if it were a spice that you're adding to your dish.
So sometimes it enhances the flavor.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I mean, when I meet somebody who hasn't experienced wine, it's like meeting someone who's never tasted chocolate.
Yeah.
It's really, really.
I mean, wine is one of those things that I think the more that you delve into it and the more you get into it, the more you fall in love with it. I mean, it's a wonderful thing.
And I know you just came back from Tuscany.
Yes,
so
I did.
I'm not talking to you about wine right now.
Sangiovese.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, so what do we got going here?
Okay, well, I'm here with the Robert Mondavi Discover Wine Tour, which is going to be at the Taste of Atlanta.
Okay.
And what we do on this project is try to introduce people to wine, work with people who haven't learned much about wine, and try to teach them how to pair things together. Also love to talk about cooking and dishes that can enhance the wine experience. So I have a dish here that I really enjoy demonstrating for people because it has a great presentation trick that's helpful for a home cook. So also, we still have a lot of, those of us with gardens have a lot of zucchini.
Oh, zucchini's all, yeah.
Okay, I want to show you a way to help get rid of some of it.
Making zucchini bread and everything else.
Absolutely. Well, here's a way. I love zucchini, but I haven't. This is a really nice salad that takes advantage of it and makes it really beautiful. Take the plate that you're going to present on and cut the zucchini to fit well on that plate. And then we're going to make paper-thin slices of zucchini using a mandolin. You have to be very careful with these.
You got.
Or you can really.
Well, you got all your fingers. So.
Yeah, currently I do. I hope I'm not going to lose any here.
I don't think you will.
And what you do is you make paper-thin slices with the mandolin, and this you can arrange them on the plate like this, and it's a really nice presentation. You can also go with a basket weave sort of look, and this is a good foundation for lots of different things. Sprinkle a vinaigrette on top of that. And you don't even need to cook.
Is that just a little bit of olive oil and some seasonings?
Olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper.
Okay,
that's all. And the vinaigrette, you don't even need to cook this. The vinaigrette will soften it enough to make it really, really nice. Then take some shrimp and put them on a couple of skewers.
All right.
And what we're going to do is make basically a baked version of shrimp scampi. So we're talking, you just came from Italy, we're talking butter, garlic, white wine.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There is absolutely.
It's actually health food in my vocabulary.
Absolutely. You know, I think garlic is good for you.
Oh, it's absolutely.
So,
best thing in the world.
You put your shrimp in a baking dish like this. And here I have a mixture of butter, garlic, parsley. You could use tarragon or other herbs. Breadcrumbs for crispiness. And you just put that on the top. Throw that in the oven. 425, 10 to 12 minutes. And it comes out looking like this.
It comes out looking like that, and then you just take it from there and you put it right on top of the zucchini.
Your zucchini carpaccio, if you will, and it pairs really nicely with a Chardonnay.
Well, let's talk about the wine. What do we have here from Robert Mondavi?
Well, you know, normally shrimp is a pretty delicate food, and so I normally wouldn't use a Chardonnay with shrimp. Chardonnay is a very big white wine, but in this case, because we're flavoring the shrimp with very intense flavors, butter, garlic, parsley. So
you want something strong to go along with that?
Yeah, generally one principle in food and wine pairing, you want the wine, you know, if you're having a really sweet dessert, you need a wine that also is sweet.
Okay.
And here we have, it is a seafood, but it's been flavored very powerfully, so a bigger white wine like a Chardonnay, and particularly the Private Selection Chardonnay, works very well with food in terms of the acidity. Normally I might have something like a Pinot Grigio with shrimp.
A nice light wine.
If it were a lighter, if it was, you know, a less intense flavor.
What would the red go with? Meat, obviously?
Meritage is really good with steak, hamburgers, pizza, particular cheese.
We were talking about this earlier. This is a blend of 5 different reds.
Yes.
Meritage.
The French, being French, passed laws that say that you can only grow certain types of grapes in certain regions. And one of the traditions was in Bordeaux, you could only grow these 5 varietals, which we've blended together into the Meritage. Of course, we grow them in California.
That I can't wait to try. Big red wine fan. Hey, thank you very much for joining us this morning. This looks wonderful. Get out there, those of you, and make this. be a nice little dish.
And visit Taste of Atlanta.
That's right. Robert Mondavi Discover Wine event is at Taste of Atlanta this weekend. It will be held this Saturday and Sunday at Technology Square in Midtown. Go to myfoxatlanta.com for a link with more information. He's had 3 consecutive